Paul had a thorn in the flesh, and he explains exactly what the thorn is. This message will challenge your spiritual maturity. Pay attention.
2 Corinthians chapter 12, verse 7 through 10 explain what Paul calls a thorn in the flesh. In verse 7, Paul says, "And lest I should be exalted above measure through the abundance of revelations, there was given to me a thorn in the flesh, the messenger of Satan to buffet me, lest I should be exalted above measure." See, Paul had the gift of revelation, meaning he had the gift to understand things and see things concerning the Spirit that many could not. And so he says here, unless I should be exalted above measure, or in other words, unless I should be exalted to the point of pride or arrogance because of the abundance of revelations that I received.
He was given a thorn in the flesh, and he's clearly telling us that this thorn was permitted to keep him humble.
And then in the very next line, he identifies the thorn in the flesh. I was given a thorn in the flesh, the messenger of Satan to buffet me.
So the thorn in Paul's flesh wasn't sin, neither was it like a physical ailment.
But it was a messenger of Satan to buffet him.
And a messenger of Satan simply is a spirit sent to harass or torment Paul. And the message that this spirit is bringing is like blows striking his flesh, bringing a mental annoyance, like words that would bring doubt, discouragement, or anxiety.
Paul said that this messenger of Satan was given to him lest he should be exalted above measure.
This takes maturity to receive and to understand. Sometimes things are permitted for the benefit of our humility. God sometimes allows us to experience low times in life because of the high calling. Nevertheless, both in the Old Covenant and the New Covenant, you can't find one person that was not touched with evil.
Now let's move on to maturity. Look at what Paul says here. For this thing I besought, or I asked the Lord three times, that it might depart from me. And he said to me, my grace is sufficient for you, for my power is made perfect in weakness.
So as Paul is experiencing this moment of weakness, he asks God for help.
And God's answer to him was, my grace is sufficient for you. What is his grace? Grace is the strength of God, and it's made perfect,
comes to its fullness
in weakness.
See, when Paul was weak, it gave him access to experience the fullness of God's grace. But if God just took it away, then he would not have experienced the fullness of God's grace in that area of his life. And this tells us that our weakness is a platform for us to experience the fullness of God's grace. God's grace is not only his power that enables us to obey, but it's also his power that enables us to suffer, just as Christ suffered.